Welcome to BeerAmerica.tv. I am Paul Leone with our good friend
John Pinkerton.
John Pinkerton, brewmaster of the Moon Ribbon Brewing Company in Savannah, Georgia. Right there in his shirt. You know that? Right.
Yeah. It's like from the ash.
Yeah, right. So John, of course, has been a regular part of these vlogs for good reason. The fact that he has a distinguished palate. Would you say that? You actually are a judge at the Great American Beer Festival, which you do regularly, correct? And so we like to
have me.
Yeah, and so we like to bring John along to make sure that what I think I taste and is not really there, he actually tastes and is really there, and you get the right information and not the wrong information. Today we're talking about Flying Dog's Dogtoberfest. And since we're in the fall season, we decided to pick a beer that reflects the style of the season. This is a German Marzen Style beer, and all of the ingredients for this beer are imported from Germany, 100%, to give it the true German flair. And we have one thing in common with this beer, actually. It's brewed in Frederick, Maryland, where?
Well, actually, that's sort of my alma mater, if you will. I spent 5 years at Frederick before I came here. The trials and tribulations of Frederick really kind of taught me a lot of what I know.
Yeah. And I lived actually right down the road in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and so I'm familiar with a lot of the beers of that region.
I didn't realize that.
I told you that like twice, but it's okay.
But I drink a lot. So
I stood now. I'm just kidding. Yeah, actually. So I lived in Maryland for a while, and I like Flying Dog, and I'm familiar with Flying Dog, but I'm not familiar with Dogtoberfest. Yourself?
Nope, haven't had it yet.
No.
Love the label.
Yep.
Is this another Ralph Steadman thing?
And if you go on their website, they give you this whole funny story about what Dogtoberfest is, and King Ludwig, and wiener dogs, and the whole deal. So you should definitely go read the story about Dogtoberfest. But they definitely had fun with this beer, and I have not had it.
Wow. You see that?
No, what?
I had a little bubble thing going on.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's sort of like my Great Dane. When you feed him, he starts literally, like, bubbles start coming and drool. And
why does it not surprise me that you have a Great Dane?
I have 2 Great Danes.
You're really nice.
Yeah.
Are you the guy that's to clean the yard afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
It's a freak show, dude.
You should definitely not be talking about cleaning the yard, and then I just threw this down.
Yeah, talk about
with that on the brain.
Your inner beer freak.
Yeah, well. All right, I'm going to try that again.
My inner
because I had
freak.
one thing on my mind, and it's not a cool thing.
Yeah, you definitely get the German malt in the nose, I think.
5.3% alcohol, so not a real heavy beer by any stretch, and it doesn't taste heavy. Right, malty for sure.
Yeah, definitely nailing that whole toasty German malt thing. Big Munich malt character. I don't know, there might be some caramel here. That's one of those little things with Oktoberfest. Some brewers will use a little caramel malt. Some brewers just stick with just the Munich malt. My whole school of thought with that is, what I like to do is...
Oh, very good thought, by the way. Excellent thought. What's going on behind me? Go ahead, sorry.
They love me. What can I say? Yeah, my school of thought is I like to build malt character by adding lots of Munich malt as opposed to like going to the caramel malt side. Caramel malt is great for that. Even the lighter caramel malts, if you kind of build with a lot of it, you'll get more of that kind of like nice raisiny, rich caramelly toffee-ish flavor. I mean, some of these terms get a little bit redundant, but I mean that's how you kind of build these characters. But my theory is, if you really want that rich malt flavor from an Oktoberfest, it should all be based on Munich malt. I like to just really build on that. And our fest beer is 50% Munich malt. And the lighter Munich malts actually still have some enzyme value, so we actually make a beer that's 100% light Munich malt. And it really, it's got that malt snap without being raisiny. It doesn't bring in that kind of pruny, raisiny character.
Well, the one thing I've learned starting this, when we first started this, is the difference between a malty flavor and a hoppy flavor. To me, it was just, IPAs are hoppy beers, but I never really understood what a malty flavor is, and now I really kind of understand it. I mean, it's just sort of a different flavor. It's you can really taste the grains a little bit. You know, would that be accurate? I mean, you really.
Oh yeah. I mean, it definitely says malt. The one thing that I'm not getting from this beer that kind of surprises me is for an Oktoberfest being a lager style, what I'm not getting is the I'm not getting that sort of German signature. And again, I like to say this is not a critical comment, but what I'm not tasting here is that sort of German signature malt character, that little sulfur note. We talked about that in the past. It still is a very, I mean, if this is in fact an ale, it's a very clean flavor there. I don't want to make it sound like a detriment at all, but if there was a little touch of that lager sulfur thing, it would be a dead ringer for a German Oktoberfest, in my mind.
Yeah, and well, interesting note too. They actually brought home the gold medal, 2008 Great American Beer Festival for German style Marzen. So
well, there you go.
Yeah. So this is obviously an award-winning beer, and it's really a very nice beer. I think this is a great beer for we don't like to say what not a training wheel beer, but a transitional beer for somebody who's not used to a American craft beer. I think anybody could drink this and enjoy it. I don't think it would be a problem at all.
Yeah, Oktoberfest styles are kind of a nice stepping stone because it's
or Dogtoberfest styles.
Dogtoberfest styles,
as the case may be.
Man, these guys won the 2008 gold medal.
Sure did for German style Marzen.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, one of the things that I like to talk about is how important the GABF judging is. Because I've had the great fortune of being invited again and again for the judging, to me it's just one of those things where this year I didn't win any medals, and I don't sweat it too much. I would like to win medals.
Sure.
Just like we all.
And you have in the past.
And we have, but when I don't win a medal, I take some, you know. I understand it to be the fact that it is because it is not the best, and being involved in this process lets you know that to win a gold medal means that this is the absolute best that there is out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's taken very seriously. It's a very,
It is indeed. I mean, all of my fellow judges that participate each year, and the organization does an amazing job with this. I had
the Brewers Association,
the BA, the Brewers Association. This is one of the most amazing undertakings that you'll ever see. I mean, there are so many people involved on every level. I mean, you've got people that are receiving these beers from all over the country. They're sorting them, and when it comes time for the actual judging itself, they're bringing them to the tables. There's this elaborate code system, so that it's totally impartial. They do the best job that can possibly be done in an impartial judging. It's pretty impressive. And so for these guys to win a gold medal is just amazing.
Well, once we get sponsorship, we'll certainly be heading out there. I think we need to follow the process. I think everybody watching this sort of thing would love to see everything that goes on there. You know, I mean, thousands of people and lots of beers. And I've never been myself, so
next year,
I want to go.
Next year.
Yeah, I want to go. So there you
guys
go.
will be on board, no doubt about it.
I hope so.
We're gonna make it happen.
Flying Dog Dogtoberfest from Flying Dog in Frederick, Maryland. A traditional Marzen style German.
Good job, guys.
So yes. So cheers.
Cheers.
Before we sign off, if you have any questions or comments, Paul at beeramerica.tv and
Pink at beeramerica.tv.
There you go. Yeah, email us because we love to hear from you, and we want to thank everybody who's been coming to the site, and also take the opportunity to follow me on Twitter or join me, friend me up on Facebook. Great opportunities for us to connect outside of friend me up. There you go. So cheers again. Cheers, Greg. By the way, with the camera behind the camera. All right, thumbs up from Greg. Yeah.
That was a big swallow.
How was it?